What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you've all been enjoying the holidays, and more importantly, I hope you're all back and ready to talk some basketball.
And a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5.
Today, I thought I'd address what seems like a topic that's becoming one of the most polarizing in the Raptors fan base, and that's the topic, of course, of Pascal Siakam.
No more threes. No more threes, bro.
Now, at the time of this recording, the Raptors are off to a rocky 1-4 start. They've definitely created a hole that they need to dig themselves out of, and many people have been quick to point the finger at Pascal Siakam and his poor play and give him a lot of the blame. There seem to be two very distinct crowds on this topic. One side of the debate here wants to protect Siakam and give him a pass, as growing pains, while the other is critical and seems to almost be ready to give up on Siakam as a focal point of the Raptors offense. And I think the reality here is the most correct response to the situation is probably somewhere in between these two polarizing stances. Raptors fans who are seemingly calling for Siakam's head do need to pump the brakes a little bit. The man is only entering his third season as a full-time starter and his second season as a perceived star player. He does need to be given time to grow, and naturally he's going to have his struggles. It's a part of the process, especially for someone who picked up basketball as late into his life as Pascal Siakam did. On the other hand though, Pascal should not be held entirely blameless from this situation with people that are getting frustrated by him and his play. Without getting too much into early season overreactions, 16.5 points per game on 39% shooting and 28% from three while having an effective field goal percentage well under league average is not something that's alright from your star player. Naturally, there is a difference between criticism and hate, and if you're going to take anything away from this discussion, I want it to be that. But nonetheless, Siakam's play has definitely warranted criticism. For comparison's sake, there was a time last season where many in NBA circles held Siakam on about the same level as another young star like Jason Tatum. I personally always thought that Tatum was the better player, but the two were partners on the All-NBA second team for a good reason. Now, the thing is though, from here, it seems that Tatum's stock has only risen.
The superstar, step back three on the way. Oh, it banks in! Jason Tatum!
As he continues to grow into the borderline superstar that we kind of all knew he could be, and he'll probably be a bona fide superstar at some point in his career. Meanwhile, Siakam's play has actually regressed. Not only has it not taken any kind of significant strides, it's actually gone worse, and that's where a lot of the criticism is coming from here. While there does need to be patience from Raptors fans in letting Pascal Siakam work through this, I think the most frustrating part of the whole situation is the fact that this seems like a mental block on Pascal's part more than anything. And while he is still treated as a young star and a relatively young player of potential, the reality of the matter is, because of his late start in basketball, Pascal Siakam is already 26. Generally speaking, superstar star players, whoever it is, they tend to hit their primes around the age of 27. And as I said, unfortunately, because of his late start, to an extent, Pascal can't really be given the same time to grow as guys that are 2 to 3 years younger than him, especially with the big price tag of the max contract that he was given. So what's the big takeaway here? Honestly, I think it's to know where to draw the line on both sides of the argument. On one hand, you can't be blindly loyal to a guy who is very clearly struggling and not leave any room for fair criticism. On the other hand though, I used a very specific set of words there, fair criticism. There is a point where you can honestly just be over criticizing a guy and it just turns into hatred. And obviously that's not okay too. It's one thing to point out, that Pascal is struggling, that Pascal needs to do better, and I'm sure he knows he needs to do better. Fred VanVleet was literally just talking about this in an interview before where he was talking about Pascal and the whole situation. He was talking about the fact that obviously Pascal knows he needs to be better, everybody on the team knows he needs to be better. It's not a mystery. But at the same time, there's, like I said, there's a fine line between criticism and hate, and a lot of Raptors fans have crossed the line to the latter, and It's not pretty to watch, and in that sense, I think they need to chill out. I really do, and it sounds like such a casual, you know, nonchalant way to put it, just chill out, but honestly, chill out. Pascal is a young player. He still has plenty of time to figure out whatever he's going through and rebound and turn into the star player that we all know he can be. Just patience is a virtue, and I think a lot of Raptors fans need to have patience in this regard. On the other hand though, you know, to not open any kind of room for criticism, also not a good approach. The man knows he needs to do better. He doesn't need to hear it 24/7, especially in a distasteful way, but he needs to be better. All right, folks, that more or less does it for me today. What do you think? Comment below, let me know your thoughts on this debate. Obviously, as I said, from what I've seen, this is a very polarizing topic in Raptors circles right now, so let me know which side of the debate here you really sit on. I love seeing the comments, I really do. Other than that, like the video. It is a great way of helping, you know, this content reach more people, so I always really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, subscribe as well. Another great way to help the channel grow, which is super great. Puts a smile on my face every time, and obviously I very much so appreciate it every time you folks do it. Other than that, I believe my job here for today is done, and I am out of here.